starting any type of business, such as a sole proprietorship, LLC, corporation, one of the requirements is choosing a business address. When you hear the words address, what comes to mind? Possibly a home address, a P.O. box, a rental address, etc. In today's video, I am going to talk to you about how to choose the right business address to maintain privacy and to stay legally compliant. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm the managing attorney here at Freedom Through Business, where we help entrepreneurs just like you start your businesses, grow your businesses while staying legally compliant. The purpose of these videos are to provide you with as much clarity and guidance in the beginning stages of starting a business. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. These videos are for educational purposes only, and so make sure you speak with a professional prior to doing anything. And so with that side note out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the 4 business address mistakes to avoid. Starting with the home address. Using the home address as one's business address is one of the more popular options because a lot of entrepreneurs are not aware of their various options. Using one's home address as one's business address is completely acceptable. There's no issue with using one's home address. In fact, it's compliant. The issue only arises if the entrepreneur wants to maintain many types of businesses nowadays, whether it be consultation-based businesses, service-based businesses, product and sale-based businesses. There are many new businesses on the market that require no additional type of work except it being online. Everything from the operations of the business to the structure of the business is completely online. And that is why the home address is one of the more popular options. However, if an entrepreneur uses their home address as their business address, their home address may be made publicly known. That's one of the downsides of using one's home address. One of the upsides is when someone uses their home address, they don't have to pay any additional fees. Now, if an entrepreneur is operating some sort of online business and they need to use a business address, but they want to maintain that privacy, they want to be able to keep their personal address private. In that event, they'll consider what's called a virtual business address or a virtual office. A virtual business address and a virtual office do cost monthly, and both provide different types of features, but it is an option if an entrepreneur wants to maintain privacy. So if an entrepreneur wants to maintain privacy, that entrepreneur better not make the mistake of using their home address as their business address. Second on the list is going to be your P.O. box. Now, when it comes to using a P.O. box as a business address, this is not preferred. And the reason why this isn't a preferred choice is because some states are very strict. In other words, some states do not allow P.O. boxes to be used as a business address. While there are a very select few of states that allow P.O. boxes to be used as a business address, it's not recommended due to the fact that a P.O. box does not look very professional. However, these are some options that you should be aware of. And if you want to learn whether or not a P.O. box is allowable in the state where you live, you're going to want to speak with a professional, specifically in the state and county where you live. The third business address mistake to avoid is using a rental property as one's business address. Now, what do I mean by this? When one enters into a rental agreement, and when I say rental agreement, what I mean by this is some sort of leasing plan where they'll be renting the property for maybe a year ongoing or on an ongoing basis of a year plus, etc. Some lease contracts restrict the lessee from being able to use the rental property as one's business address. And so prior to using one's rental address for a business address, make sure one looks into the contract to ensure that there is no conflict with the contract, the rental contract itself. If there's no issues, then one's rental property may be a good option to use as one's business address. And the fourth and final business address mistake to avoid is going to be confusing a business address from a registered agent address. Now, a business address and a registered agent address are both required when it comes to an LLC or a corporation. Again, a registered agent applies to an LLC or a corporation. A lot of entrepreneurs get the two addresses confused. They get the business address confused and they get the registered agent address confused. A lot of the time, entrepreneurs believe that they're the same thing, but in fact, that's wrong. A business address is going to be where business letters are sent, and the registered agent address is going to be the address where notice is going to be retained. That's where the registered agent address comes into play. But they are two different addresses. They're two separate requirements, and both are needed for a LLC or a corporation. If you happen to have any questions about choosing the right business address and you would like to learn more, make sure you click the link in the description box below to book your free call with a professional who can help you better understand how to choose the appropriate business address. And so if you happen to enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like, subscribe, as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. It's time to invest in yourself. It's time to rise.